Morning, Dad. How's it going? Anyway, just starting the surf report. Just a quick hello to the neighbourhood. Here we have it. We've got Dominica in the end there, Dave and Sue. We've got us, Pete and Sharon, Rod and Melissa, Rex and Josie, Phil and Shay, Stan and Clayton and Nadine. All got a bunch of kids, and they're all good kids too. Get on really well with the neighbourhood. We're as thick as thieves. Look after each other, and it's a great little street, and we're all really good friends, which is great. Keeping in contact, not seeing as much of each other at the moment, obviously. Anyway, back to the surf report. Absolutely stunning day. A little bit of a nip in the air though. You can certainly feel that cooler change coming through in autumn. Surf's pretty flat, and they're all walled up, the waves, so not many breaks there. Not so good for surfing. The points would be nice. A few of these swell would come through with a nice sort of right or left-hand break on some of the points. Usual crowd down there on 25th having a surf. Always keen, will surf in any conditions. And a bunch of boats out again today. Spoke to some fishermen yesterday. Looks like the Taylor are on. So a few guys were throwing some hunks of mullet and some pillies on a gang hook and picking up some Taylor. So I might get into that. Palm Beach Surf Report. Well, morning folks. Now today I've got a little exercise for the parents and the kids. The parents can look like a cool magician, and the kids can practice some of their homework. So they get to practice some addition and subtraction. And the trick works like this. Get the kids to write down a number, 5-digit number. And I'm going to put this down below here. Where is it? Down below here. I'm going to put that in later so it makes sense to see how it goes. Write down the 5-digit number, and underneath it, reverse that, the same number, reverse it and write it underneath, and then subtract those two numbers. You'll get a number, and then with that, with the subtraction of those two numbers, write that same number now in reverse underneath and add it. And after that, you've got to sort of play that I'm using my mental powers to pick out what the number is, and I can read it and so forth. Now, it so happens, just a mathematical thing, that the number will always come out to 109,890. And you can know this in the back, you have it written down, and you can tell the kids what the number is. Every now and then though, the number does come out, I think it's no, that's on the odd occasion it does that, but most of the times that's the number will come out with, so you can just memorize it, and then once the kids have practiced their subtraction and addition, you can show them the trick and they can show it to their mates at school and stuff like that. Anyway, that's the trick of the day. Okay, well, some of you might know my love of cars, and I was at a car event. It's called the British Car Day. It's a show day up in Brisbane. All British cars of any sort turn up, and I was there with the Healy, I think, at the time. And anyway, I met this fellow there. He's from Queensland. He's a Queenslander, and he started. He loves cars and he loves photography, and he decided to make his own magazine, and this is it. It's called Retromotive. He was in a stand there trying to sell it at the time, and I bought it. He does 4 magazines a year, and he sends them out to you every 3 months. They're just absolutely stunning. There's actually 7 at the moment. I've collected those, and I've still got them coming in as the months roll on. And basically, each magazine he takes of cars of owners in Australia. So someone in Australia owns these things. Sometimes he gets the odd American in there as well. And he does these really cool talks. I mean, how good are those photos and those cars? He does these, I love that Golf. Now, say for example here, so you open up, it's got the contents at the front of all the different cars, but the photography is just amazing. For example, here we'll do a still. He's got some great photography of these cars and just a really cool story that goes with it. You get all sorts of interesting people and their love of cars. And either they built this or they bought it and they kept it. They either race it. You sometimes get ones of these old fellas like this old Corvette, or you get some old guy with just his old rat rod. So here's a story of this guy and what he's into, how he's obviously an illustrator of some sort there, and then it goes into his love of rat rods. There's an article on automotive artists. There's some of old fellas with their old Land Rovers. What's this guy got? Here's an old hand-built 550 Spider Porsche. So it's most probably just a, he started off with the modelling kit. He's obviously good, look at that. He's built this thing up. There's some hard hours put into those hands. And anyway, and there's some really cool stuff in here. Look at this old fella with all this junkyard stuff. Getting this, here he is there. So the stories are fantastic. The visuals are great. And if you're interested in getting these magazines or getting some backdated ones, I'll put the address up and you can send away and the guy will send them to you. Absolutely beautiful, fantastic. If you're a car head, do yourself a favour, as Molly would say, and get into a bit of retromotive. You can see at the moment we've got all these beautiful butterflies. They're just flying, heading north. They must be coming, it's hard to show it on this video. Maybe use that white wall there. But there's these hundreds and hundreds of beautiful butterflies just all flying around, migrating from one area to another. Here they come, a few over the roof. They're sort of black with blue stripes and stuff. Not a bad time in all this craziness, just to sit back and enjoy sort of nature doing its thing. About a month ago, they're all heading from Burleigh, all heading south, all flying in the other direction. Now they all seem to be going the opposite direction, so something's going on. Hi guys, this is my good deed of the day. Just gone shopping, one for the family, but also for my mum who's in a unit on her own. So just the old hanging out at the grocery store. So mate, if you feel like doing something, find someone in the neighbourhood, someone who needs help, and maybe give them a hand. Hi guys, well, a beer of the day, here it is. We've got a Green Beacon, once again in a very cool purple can, 7 Bells Passion Fruit Sour. Interesting, I'm looking forward to having this one. As I said, off the cans at the moment. Tomorrow I've got the reveal. It's been 1 week since I've started my little gut busting diet. Showing some good results. We'll do a weigh-in and a belly measurement tomorrow. Anyway, that's the beer for the day. If you got one, drink it. Otherwise, I will be doing so in a couple of weeks. Cheers. Well, there we have it. The Limeade logo. Thanks to Kate Fraser coming up with that great logo there, because Corona is always better with a bit of lime. As I said before, $3,000 this week. It's a great effort. And yeah, that's what it's about. If you can help out, that'd be great. Thanks, Kate. Looks really good.
Good evening, everyone. Words of wisdom. As you go through life, whatever may be your goal, keep your eye on the donut, not on the hole. That's the joke. And I'm very fond of donuts. And whenever my husband and I were out passing anywhere that there were donuts, I'd always have a donut until eventually my husband got so sick of it, he said, no, they're not making donuts anymore. That's the end. There's no more donuts. They're not making them anymore. So I didn't have a donut after that one.
Well, how long did he convince you of that?
Oh, I knew they were still being made.
Oh, okay.
He was only telling me.
Giving a bit of a rev.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he minded the odd donut, but I don't think he'd eat them as often as I would if I had the chance.
Yeah, I like donuts. All right, June, it's the late one. It's night time. It's cold too.
Yes, I had a jacket on today.
Yeah.
And I've had my jeans. I've been wearing jeans for the last couple of weeks.